Oh,
gorgeous.
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Oops.
Whoops. Oh yeah. Oh, our visas are in there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hi everybody and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are as always your hosts Arne and Carlos.
And today we have an episode that is actually by popular demand. Arne, what were you doing while I was at the hospital?
I was knitting in front of the fireplace.
And you decided to film it.
Yeah, what else could I do?
And you decided to share it with everybody. So there you were, sitting and you weren't saying a word.
No.
And people...
Well, maybe I shouted at the dogs sometimes because they made some noise. I don't remember.
And so people were watching these videos of you knitting, and they were actually enjoying seeing this table full of books, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit funny because sometimes when we have people coming to our house and we give them coffee and stuff, they wonder where should we put the cups.
Yeah, and the solution is
put them on the book.
Yeah, we've got these lovely little coasters that we just put everywhere, like this, and like that, and then people just put their cups over there.
And sometimes we forget, but then you get patina.
Yeah, sometimes we do forget. And anyway, the thing is we live with a lot of books. We're bookworms, both of us. We love books, and we have thousands and thousands and thousands of them in our house. We have this huge bookshelf upstairs, but it's packed with books, so we don't have any more space. So the books kind of end up everywhere. And we have a collection of books on this particular table. These are some of the books that we look through the most. These are
some are because we really love them, and some are new.
Yeah.
And some books they go back to the bookshelf, and some books they stay here forever. I will show you later one book who has been on the table since we bought it because it's so beautiful. Yeah,
and basically these books they kind of they are the ones that we open up and we look at again and again and again. Most of them. So we're gonna give you a little tour and show you some of our favorite books or some of the books that we are reading right now. And we hope you enjoy this.
Yeah.
So, shall I start?
You can start.
Yeah.
Pick a book.
I actually want to start with the book that I'm reading right now. It's a book about His Majesty, the King of Norway. This book was published last year, so in 2020. And it's super exciting. It's kind of based on interviews with the king.
Yep.
The King of Norway is a very loved figure here in our country. He's very popular and he's loved by everybody. And the good thing about a monarchy is that the monarch, the chief of state or head of state, he's not a political figure. So it is easy to kind of unite with him.
Yeah. And I'm going to read that book when you finish.
Yeah, he's a fantastic person, and he's done a lot for Norway. So I've read a few pages. I've read about 100 pages so far. I'm really enjoying it, and he's such a funny guy too.
And this book is one of the books that's going down to the guest house because we made bookshelves in the guest house. Because when we read books, they go into that bookshelf. Because then at least we know what we read.
Absolutely, yeah. So fantastic book, and you can see here it's got a 5 on the dice, which is kind of like the reviews. So it's something that many newspapers have also enjoyed reading and reviewing. Fantastic book. And I spend some of my afternoons here in front of the fireplace, lying down sometimes, or sitting on my chair, just reading this book and enjoying it.
Yeah. So I will show you a book, this one, because this is an artist, a Norwegian artist called Lisa Aisato, and she makes all the drawings. And then the book is written by another one called Maja Lunde. And she's famous for her book, it's called like the history of the bees.
Yes, and Przewalski's horses.
Yeah.
Maja Lunde is a Norwegian author who has gained a lot of followers abroad as well. Her books are published in countless languages.
Yeah. So, I think maybe... Or is this just illustration? No, that's the wrong book. The other one. This is the other one. This is the
Moose, go away.
This is the one
with
with just the drawings.
Oh, okay, so this is not from Maja Lunde.
No, that one is also here somewhere.
Okay, So not the one that we were thinking about, but the other one.
Yeah, they look the same almost on the cover, so now I was confused.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but look at these drawings. She is so good. I really love these drawings. I think these drawings was in the newspapers, so this is a collection from the newspapers.
They're amazing. Love, love, love.
I love this artist. I even have one book for kids next to my bed because it's like good night stories.
Yeah.
Which is so beautiful.
Beautiful book. So Lisa Aisato.
Lisa.
And this book
Aisato.
is in Norwegian. It's called Livet.
Here's the girl. This is the lady,
yeah.
Lisa. She is so good. Her drawings is so nice. So this one we will recommend. She made a few books. So
yeah, and the book is called Livet Illustret, so life illustrated. So it's a book about life.
Where did the other one end up?
I don't know, but I mean, you showed one. Maybe the other one we moved it or something. It's not here for sure.
No,
I don't see it. So it's one of the books we moved.
Yeah, but this is a really nice book.
Okay, so another book that a lot of people have been noticing, and it's been mentioned in the comments, is this one called Cabin Porn. Inside. The reason why this book is here right now is because we are renovating our studio and we live in a wooden house. I mean, the train station that we are living in is made of wood. The studio is made of wood. And we got this book in the UK. Actually, we purchased this book and this one here as well, the Wandering Eye. This is an Instagrammer that does a lot of interiors. These are the two last books that we purchased on a trip.
On the last trip to England.
They were purchased on our last trip to the UK, which was done in February of last year, just before COVID came. And we were there to do some events with Rowan.
Yeah.
And Rowan have now moved to a lovely little town where they're doing their flagship store. I don't remember the name of the town.
And the bookshop was the bookshop on the hill, I
yeah,
think
the bookshop on the hill. Fantastic bookshop. And we got this one because we need inspiration for our renovation project. So it's lovely looking at all these beautiful photographs of cabins, and you know, they're all wooden buildings, as you can see here. You see, this is really lovely. So we tend to look at these books, you know, now and then, quite often right now, and kind of think about ideas. You see, this is really lovely, the way it's all done.
We also have another one, not the same style.
Yeah.
Hide and Seek.
So these are kind of like our interior decorating books that are serving as a sort of inspiration for our own renovating projects.
This is nice.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
This is almost like the same style as
the studio,
will be in the future. I like this book.
It's always fun pointing at the picture and telling the contractors, this is what I want.
Yeah. And then this book has just beautiful pictures. It's Miguel Flores Viana, A Wandering Eye.
And he has an Instagram.
So this is the pictures from his Instagram account.
Yeah.
And this one we just needed to have this because it was beautiful.
Oh, and here's the name of the bookstore, by the way. Books on the Hill.
Books on the Hill. And then you can see the place.
Yeah, the town in the UK is St. Albans, and that is where Rowan has its world flagship store. A couple of bookmarkers fell out.
Yeah, you see it.
Anyway. So yeah, those
it's a bit chaotic here.
Those are some of our interior design books.
But you have to show this talking interior design, Carlos. Yeah. This one is almost falling apart because this book is so beautiful. It's the private world of Yves Saint Laurent and Pierre Berger. This was made, I think it was before the auction of all their stuff.
Yeah, Yves Saint Laurent died in 2008. And I think that this book was published around 2010 to 2011 when they sold their entire estate, which went to AIDS research.
Yeah.
The money benefited HIV/AIDS research. And they were amazing collectors. And
this book has so many.
I think they raised
nice
something like
stuff.
400 million euros for the AIDS research.
Yeah. These interiors with all the art and all the stuff, it's so inspiring to look at. So this is used a lot. You can see it's almost falling apart. You see it's breaking up. And I like that when a book is really used.
Yeah.
I like it when it's almost falling apart.
Let's see if we can show some amazing... Yeah, here you've got some incredible interiors.
Yeah, that's from the Chateau Gabriel.
Yeah, in Deauville.
In Deauville,
Yeah.
in Normandy.
Nothing here is affordable for us, so this is just when you want to dream and kind of, you know, think of the alternative life we could have had if we chose another career. Then maybe we could have had this, but we don't have it, and there's nothing wrong with dreaming anyway. So
it's free to dream.
it's free to dream, yeah. But this is lovely. And speaking of dreaming, I mean, when we're going to talk about really excessive interiors, which we really like, we got a couple of books here. I think that, yeah, these are pretty cool as well. This is Tony Duquette, who was an American interior designer, and he lived in this house called Dawnridge. And these are like very over-the-top interiors,
This is so beautiful.
which we really love.
And we actually saw a series on Netflix,
Ratchet.
Ratchet. It was based on, what's that book called again?
The Cuckoo's Nest?
The Cuckoo's
the one,
Nest
yeah, which
with
was
Jack
a film with
Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
And there was some interiors in that movie which
Yeah.
we thought we have seen them before, but we couldn't place, like, where did we see this? And then we just remembered it was from this book.
Yeah.
So part of that movie is filmed in
Here,
this
yeah.
house.
So this is an amazing book of an amazing interior designer. Very maximalistic, very colorful. I really love his interiors, and so do you.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful.
then we have this one, which is Anne Getty of the Getty Billionaires. And she's an interior designer that has so much money. Moose, go away. Go away, go away.
Look at Helmut, he's
Yeah,
quiet.
she's an interior designer / billionaire wife. And yeah, this is, you know, when you have budgets of millions and millions and billions of dollars, this is what you can achieve, I guess. Another one to dream about. Very, very beautiful interiors.
I think I prefer
Beautiful.
Tony.
Yeah, I prefer Tony too,
Because
but
this is kind of his house. This is other people's houses.
yeah, designed by a billionaire woman with so much money that.
But
she
there's a
can
lot
do
of
anything.
nice tchotchkes.
Yeah. Again, it's nice. I mean, you get a lot of inspiration for colors, and even if we can't afford multi-million-dollar interiors, we can always get ideas when we see a photo like that and do something in our own
You
interior.
can find a lot of nice things in thrift stores.
Yeah.
And then we have this one, which is lovely. This is a crochet artist or textile artist.
Yeah. Her name is Joana Vasconcelos. She's from Portugal.
Yeah.
We saw some of her work when we went to Lisbon in 2017.
There was a piece in an antique shop. It was
Incredible
like
piece.
a porcelain thing covered
Yes.
with crochet.
And
It was so beautiful.
And we couldn't take our eyes off it. It was an incredible piece. And then the owner of the antique store said that, yes, it's by a very famous crochet artist here in Portugal. And we looked her up and we found a book and we got the book.
See, there's some of the crochet stuff. It
It's
was
incredible.
it was something like this when you have these pieces of sculptures or porcelain stuff and you cover it up
Yeah.
with crochet. I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So this is so inspiring to look at all the different flowers that she has in her crocheting. And
These are animals.
that's a cat.
Yeah.
And
And
this-
yeah, we have a lot of
Look
books.
at this.
Yeah, we have a lot of books on art, and several of those books on art have some knitting and crochet related themes, and this is incredible. But for us, this is not, she's not a crochet designer, she's an artist,
But-
a pure artist.
Now this is covered in knitting.
And then no, this is crochet.
What? It's all
It's crochet.
crochet? Okay.
Yeah.
I think she has some knitting also.
Yeah, these are knitted.
That's knit and... Yeah, this is knit.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Incredible pieces here, amazing. And there's a lot of inspiration for us here. Not necessarily for our work, but for our life, you know. I mean, everything, the colors.
It's nice just to look at the
Yeah.
pictures. And it's a nice book to look at.
And then if we look here, we got a stack of books in front of me, and here, take away the biography of His Majesty the King. A lot of art books. We love going to museums. That's where we get our inspiration. When we travel, which we're not doing anymore, but when we travel, we'll always go to museums. That's kind of like the thing that we do. And we got a lot of books from exhibits that we visit and all that. So, for example, we studied Aboriginal art before going to Australia. And then we went to Australia. We went to the National Gallery of Victoria in Melbourne. And yeah, there's a lot of amazing art done by Aboriginal artists.
It's beautiful.
And actually, we ended up buying an Aboriginal painting as well by an artist called Thomas Chaltapari,
Yeah.
who is...
He was...
He is, because he's not dead yet.
He was the son, or he is, son of a family that actually kept the family away from the
Civilization. Well, not
civilization,
civilization, but from the modern world.
the modern world until the 70s, I think, or
Yeah.
80s, and then they...
Aren't they called the
that was
last tribe?
The last tribe. So then they were introduced to the rest of Australia.
Yeah.
Kind of. So it's very interesting.
And he does beautiful,
these drawings.
beautiful art. And yeah, we saw a painting in a gallery, and we just couldn't take our eyes off it.
I
So
think
we realized.
also I think we have a book where he's mentioned.
Yeah,
somewhere.
he's not mentioned in this one
No.
because but he is an acknowledged Aboriginal artist from Australia who has been exhibited in many museums and galleries, and we are lucky enough to own a piece by him. So yeah, but yeah, we love these kind of this
That's
kind of art.
one of the dot paintings.
Yes.
Because there's different styles.
So this is a lovely book, and then we've got more. Yeah, another Australian art book. Then I have a special relationship with China because I lived in China younger. At one point in my life, I spoke quite fluent Mandarin. I don't anymore. It's been a while since I lived there, but we have been going to Hong Kong quite often. And I have a thing for Chinese contemporary art. So do you. I really love it. So
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So here on this side, this is kind of my favorite books on Chinese contemporary art. This is an artist, a Chinese artist called Zheng Fengzhi, and he's got, yeah, there's a lot of quite incredible pieces. I mean, to see these in person are amazing. We used to go to the China Club quite a lot when we stay in Hong Kong, and the China Club has this incredible collection of Chinese art that goes all the way up the staircase, which you can just spend hours going up and down those stairs enjoying
Yeah, that's so cool.
these amazing pieces. And these are some of truly one of my favorite Chinese artists. He does a lot of these series where the person is masked. Really, really beautiful work. So he's one of them, Zheng Fengzhi. We've got Zhang Xiaogang as well, is another one of my favorites. Got a book here, which is all about him. And here is another book that is about new art from China. And this is one of the bloodline paintings from Zhang Xiaogang, which is that artist there. And he's also one of my favorite. I really, really love his work.
It's beautiful.
So yeah, here's another one of the bloodline paintings.
I had to show another book also.
Yeah, so anyway, a lot of books on Chinese art, which I really love.
We also have a few of these books. It's Charlie Harper.
Yeah, these are really nice.
These are nice. We saw his drawings on canvas when we went to Maine, was it? No. Yeah, Maine?
Yeah,
To Grace Robinson's store.
yeah, in Freeport, Maine.
Freeport, Maine, and she had this canvas where you can paint it so you can do embroidery on top, and I really love those drawings. So we have bought a lot of the books with his drawings. I think these are so beautiful.
Beautiful.
They're very kind of what you call that, like not simple but very
Naive, kind of?
naive maybe. I think they're so,
They're very stylized as well.
so beautiful.
Yeah, incredibly beautiful.
You see, there's like a lot of details, but it's kind of hard to explain. It's I don't know the English words, but I like these books. I think we had 3 of these books,
Yeah, they're really nice.
and this was I think it's Todd Oldham who
Yeah,
wrote.
Todd Oldham
in
is
the
a
book.
fashion
He's a
designer.
fashion designer.
And being knitting designers and designing, or knitwear designers, we design knitwear, we design and we used to be fashion designers in the past. So for us, it's very important to know our fashion history. So there's a lot of books here on fashion on this table as well. I want to feature this one here, which is probably the last. This is from the last Met Gala.
Yeah,
that was on camp. And we've got an amazing book here, which is all about camp. And very, very interesting to I love the Met books because they put fashion in a historical content. Yeah. So you have a lot of history and background information here. And then here, I suppose,
it's pictures from the exhibition.
It's pictures from the exhibit, which contains both modern fashion design as well as old pieces from the historical archives of the Met Museum, which are pretty fabulous, like this Chanel, Versace, Burberry, Moschino. Yeah, there's a lot of fantastic things here. Another Moschino, Galliano, Margiela, one of my favorites, Gucci. This is a recent Gucci design. So it's all put in that content. We got a couple of more. One of the most incredible fashion exhibitions that we ever saw was in New York. Was the McQueen Savage Beauty. And I think we've got it here. Another amazing designer who's no longer with us, sadly. No. But Alexander McQueen.
Was maybe one of the most beautiful exhibitions we've been.
Yeah, and also one of the most beautiful fashion books we have, which is incredible.
And these pictures are actually taken by a Norwegian.
Yeah, Sølve Sundsbø photographed this book. It's incredible, the fashion. Yeah, here you've got some. He was a Scottish designer, so there's a lot of his heritage in his work. Yeah, and here you have this amazing dress with all them ruffles. It looks like a cloud.
There's a lot of nice details and a lot of nice pattern construction things you can look at in this.
Yeah, this exhibition, we were in New York in 2011 and we saw it there. And this exhibition was so good that we actually went 3 times while we were in New York that year. And then it actually went over to the UK. It was in the UK just a couple of years ago. And we thought we'd go again, but it was impossible to get tickets. And it was pretty much full all the time. So it's one of those exhibits that we feel privileged that we were able to see it.
That's a beautiful book.
Yeah, it's an incredible book. And then we have the third one that I find also is fascinating is the Heavenly Bodies, Arne?
What's that?
Yeah.
Heavenly Bodies. Oh. I'm trying to talk here.
Okay. Shall I help you? Okay. There we go.
Oh. And this is also from the Met.
Yeah, another Met.
This is clothing inspired of religion.
Yeah.
It's also beautiful.
Another incredible book from another incredible show at the Met in New York.
And there was one China Through the Looking Glass.
Which was amazing.
Which we haven't got yet, but I'm still looking for.
The problem with that book is it's sold out and it's not in print anymore, so we need to...
But we saw pictures from that exhibition and that was so beautiful, but I'm still looking for the hardcover book. There was a soft cover, but I don't do soft cover.
And no, you don't. And again, this book is in 2 parts. So you have the first part, which is the main exhibit kind of, and it brings you and it shows you a little bit of the context of the designs. And then there's a whole book here that is a historical book, which is the Vatican collection that they have in at the museum. And it's got all these kind of things from the popes and from the priests.
And there's a lot of things, books here I've never read, because I only look at the pictures and sometimes I read what's next to the picture, but I never had time to read the whole book.
I read this one. This is pretty good.
You read that?
Yeah, because it's so interesting, the whole way, the way they kind of juxtapose, or the theme is like, in this case, it's the Catholic Church, and religion, and then how they take that, and then the fashion designers create
Yeah, it's very nice.
a lot of work inspired. And then we can just go through a few more art books we have.
Well, you should take the Kenzo. The Kenzo.
The Kenzo is good, but I have this one in my hand, so I'm going to show this. This is contemporary Vietnamese art. Again, Asian art is something I love. And this book was given to us by a gallery in Hanoi when we were in Vietnam in 2014. And it has a lot of... Whoops. It has a lot of beautiful paintings, again, from these incredible Vietnamese artists that I really love. This one is Dang Xuan Hoa. I don't know how to pronounce it in Vietnamese.
This is from... This has, it's like the visa when we went to...
Oh, yeah. Oh, our visas are in there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah, this is another incredible artist that I really love. His name is Dang Xuan Hoa.
Yeah.
Do you recognize it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, we've seen that before. Very, very lovely. And then another book here on my lap is another massive artist that we both love, Gerhard Richter. And actually, it was incredible. This is one of my favorite artists. His work is also beyond.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's just incredible. And actually, we go a lot to Cologne every year. Well, not anymore, but we used to go to Cologne in March to do the H&H show, which is the biggest show for the crafts industry. That's where all the companies show the latest stuff to the vendors, so the stores where you buy your yarn. And we always went there, and we were always so bored on the last day because our flight was always so late. And Cologne is a nice city, but we kind of felt like, we're going to walk around the city for like a day and we have nothing to do. And then one year we actually discovered the Ludwig, a fantastic museum of contemporary art
I like
in Cologne.
And the pop art.
The pop art exhibit was incredible, but
so
that year that we discovered the Ludwig was this massive exhibit of Gerhard Richter's work. A lot of these kind of paintings. So quite fabulous.
It's beautiful.
And then we'll just do the books that I ended up putting on the...
the Kenzo book is beautiful.
Yeah.
This is a collection of different Kenzo designs and different Kenzo designers. This book is
as you can see,
beautiful.
We have...
we have some inspiration here.
Yeah, we have marked, as you can see, we marked some pages already.
When we find inspiration. But look at this. Da-da-da-da.
Yes.
The other way. No, it was this way. Pop-up, Paris. This is nice.
Yeah. Kenzo is one of those designers that I have admired throughout my entire career.
Yeah, and the sketches.
Well, those are actually Antonio Marat sketches. So
I think the Antonio Marat sketches are the most beautiful sketches.
Because Antonio Marat was one of the designers that designed for Kenzo. But Kenzo, like in the 70s, was amazing. In the 80s, before Kenzo Takada retired. He actually passed away last year from COVID, sadly. But if you look here, there's a lot of his early work as well.
Yeah.
Oops.
But this book is so beautiful.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of things you can open. There's like...
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, see? Oh!
Gorgeous.
We like books that are like this.
Yes.
There should be more books like this.
Yeah. That
Nice.
you can discover.
And I think there's pictures from the exhibition. We went to a fashion show in Paris.
Actually, I've seen 3 fashion shows of Kenzo.
I've seen one. I think I've seen
The African one you saw with me.
I saw this one with you.
Yeah, this was amazing.
This was so beautiful. The models were walking behind this screen, and then they came down on the ground like this.
And then they featured these dancers. I remember they featured these dancers from South Africa, and they were. It was all about HIV/AIDS. It was like an organization where they donated a lot of money.
So
it's such an incredible
this
collection.
book is beautiful, but I have to say the Antonio Marat.
This is old Kenzo.
It's beautiful. This is probably from the 80s.
Yeah, very
90s.
old.
So this is a beautiful book. A lot of inspiration.
Yeah. And then
And it
maybe...
has the pop-up.
Yeah, the pop-up that Arne loves so much.
I love the pop-up.
And maybe just finish up with the 2 books that I have on my lap.
Yep.
More art. Cindy Sherman, British artist. No, is she British or American?
I think she's American.
She is American, sorry. Yeah,
I think
she is American. I don't remember right now. Anyway, Cindy Sherman is a great artist. She does a lot of photos. Where she's at? She's in?
She's like, she's in the picture.
Yeah, oops.
Oh, don't show that on YouTube.
Yeah, okay.
Be careful.
Well, we're going to be a little careful with opening this one on YouTube. But anyway, she's a great artist that we really like. We actually bought this book in Oslo at the Astrup Fearnley Museum.
Because there was an exhibition with her work. But I think it's so cool because she is like the model on the pictures.
Yeah, she's always the model.
It's very nice. Very funny.
And finally, another great artist that inspires us both, Jasper Johns, American. He was born in the 30s, so he's quite old right now. I think he's still alive. This is one of those books that we use a lot. I mean, just look at the back and think of a yarn, like a sock yarn, right? So great for inspiration as well, for color. His work is beautiful.
And I like the way, like, this is like stuff.
Yeah.
That is
it's mixed media.
Mixed media. It's like, it's so beautiful.
So just going to open up some of the pages we've marked. This painting, we saw it. It's incredible. I can't remember where we saw it right now.
Maybe in Cologne? Maybe in America.
No, it was in the US.
In the US.
Was it in Washington?
I don't remember.
Washington.
Yeah.
I think in the Museum of Art in Washington. But yeah, you've got these incredible works of art that we really love. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's just fabulous.
But it's always nice to have a lot of books on the table because, like, in the evening when you light the candles on the fireplace, it's so nice and relaxing just to go through these books and get some ideas.
Yeah.
Be inspired. Yeah.
So yeah, that was a little bit of the books on the table. Sadly, we didn't find the Lisa Aisato one with Maya Ludde.
We can save it for next time.
Save it for next time. Probably you know, because I know what you tend to do. When you love a book, you tend to take it with you everywhere. So what I think is you probably were sitting here and then you couldn't get enough of it and then you went upstairs with it. It's probably upstairs or
This
probably
is
down there.
somewhere. I thought it was this one because they have the same size. But this is the Life.
Yeah. Anyway, they're lovely books, both of them. We'll show you the other one another time. Yeah.
Yeah, look, this is like my studio.
Yeah. So, Arne, I think that we've said enough. It's time to
say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Yeah, that's the song.
Yeah. And maybe some formalities.
Yeah. So if you like our videos, put your thumbs up and subscribe and put on your notifications because then you will have that bell ringing.
Yeah.
Pling pling. Every time there's a new video and you won't miss the episode.
Perfect. So with that said, thank you so much for watching and we will see you again very, very soon. We post episodes on Sundays and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. See you.